You had a clip the other day.
Okay.
It had a lot of views. It had a lot of comments, a little controversial. And it spoke about, if a man comes into a woman's life and he's able to take away 50% of the responsibilities of her, from her, then that's a good man.
Yes.
And you had a lot of men in the comments. I was like, yeah, some women won't get it. Some women won't get it. And not that I don't agree that obviously if someone is coming in and they're bearing half of the responsibilities, that's not a good thing.
Yes.
But I feel like being able to do that can really constitute a good provider, but it doesn't necessarily mean a good man. I think there are many more factors that would make a man a good man, because I feel like you have men out here that may be paying bills, but they're physically abusive, verbally abusive,
Agreed.
they're cheating, they're doing a lot of that. And would that still constitute a good man because he's in here paying bills, but he's not treating his woman the way he should? So
Okay.
I feel like there's a big difference between someone who can provide and someone who's a good person.
See, the issue is right now, would you say there are women that are good leaders?
Yes.
Would you say there are women that make good partners?
Yeah.
See, I think what the issue is with this word submission, right? And this is the issue based on today's society. If you go 50-50 with me, that means we're great partners. No, just stay with me. That means we're partners.
We're partners.
Yes, because
Okay.
think about it. If we buy a business and it costs 100,000, you put 100,000, 50,000, I put 50,000, what are we?
You said great partners before. I'm saying we're
but
partners.
I'm just-
We're partners,
No, but
right?
what I'm getting at is we're partners.
We're partners, right?
So the issue is, it's bad when a man who's in a partner situation expecting to be a leader. You in a situation of a partner. You get where I'm going with this?
Where are you going with this? That he should fully be 100%
He should be
in
understanding
order
conscious
to...
that I'm not fully taking on the leadership role, so therefore she won't be submissive to someone I see as my partner. So you're his partner, meaning we split bills, we handle responsibilities together. That's a partnership. And with the fact that some women are better leaders and some women are strong, you're going to see more and more partnerships than ever. That's why I said a person splitting bills with you creates a healthy partnership. But a leader or a submissive woman will sit to a man who takes on the workload of being the leader. Just because me and you, we're paying half of the bills, that's not a leadership. Me and you can't say that you're the best player on the team and I'm doing just as much as you. There's no way you're the best player on the team. Think of that logic, Shay. We're on a basketball team. You average 10, I average 10. You get 3 rebounds, I get 3 rebounds. You get 2 blocks, I get 2 blocks. There is nobody better than none. We're equal. So that's why me and you should be good partners. But what I say is, when a man thinks just because he does the same amount as his woman, he thinks that she should submit to him, he is diabolical.
Yeah, but that's not what I was saying, though. I was saying in the clip, it was saying that if he is alleviating half from you, then that makes him a good man. And what I'm saying is, I don't think that just because if I'm paying half and you paying half, then you're not really, we're both providing. So you're a provider. So we're both.
You're partners.
Okay, but I'm saying in your clip, I'm going after your words. I'm saying he's a provider, he's a good man.
Yes.
So I'm saying to you that just because there's provision, it doesn't make him a good man. You can have men out there that are paying bills, that are maybe even 100% paying bills. Let's take out 50-50, that are 100% paying bills, but it doesn't make them a good man. What else are they doing? It doesn't... Being a provider isn't the only thing that embodies a good man.
Agreed.
So you're not going to tell me that you got a man out here that's beating his woman, cheating on her, going out there making babies, not coming out, whatever it is. And now it's like, well, you know what, but he pay bills. But he paid the bills. Like, you have daughters. Do you think that you could look at your daughters in 15, 20 years and they say to you, you know, Dad, he paying the bills though, but he's doing this, this, this. And would you sit them down and say, but you know what? He's a good man because he's a provider.
No, I wouldn't. And I think if we could always create, I could tell you somebody that's tall could be lazy. I can create anything negative to something positive. I could always find something negative. Oh, my woman is good in the bed, but she don't want to work. I can always create something negative to something positive. I could always create it. Oh, my son listens, but he steals. I can keep doing it, right? I can just keep creating it. What I'm saying is, a provider being the fact of a man that wants a submissive woman. That's what I mean when I talk like that. If a man wants a submissive woman, he has to know that he has to be a provider. If a man wants a great provider, a partner, then he has to understand what it is. And you can't be controlling. You have to be able to say, hey, babe, we got a $10,000 in the joint account. I was thinking about buying a new TV for the living room. He has to be more comfortable with that because of the fact that he is in a situation where they're partners.
Right.
He just has to accept it, and vice versa to the woman. If me and you open a business and we're both splitting the bill 50-50, you have a right to say yay or nay just like me. And if a person is not comfortable with that, then they're delusional. If the man wants a situation where he can lead a woman, then he needs to take on the leadership role of leadership, meaning doing more.
So you don't think if
I say
it's
a woman
50-50?
submissive to me is because I'm willing to take on a workload that gives her the ability to have free time. I'm willing to take on a workload that gives her the ability to enjoy her resources more. I'm willing to take on a workload that gives her the ability to spend more time with our child. But if a man is not doing it, if my woman going to work 9 hours, I'm going to work 9 hours, and we come home same time every day, I can understand why a woman don't want to cook for you every day.
But you've also said that submissiveness should not have anything to do with finances.
No, I've been saying partnership.
So my thing is, if we're 50-50, then you don't think that a woman can submit to a man who she's in a partnership with and they're doing 50-50?
In most cases, no. In most cases, no. And I'm going to be fair and honest, because I can't see a person making a final decision when I'm paying half of the bills just like them. If I minimize me to be in a partnership of business and I see that I'm paying exact amount as you, why don't I have a voice as big as yours? It don't make sense. And I'm not trying to make it a male or a female thing. I'm making it a partnership thing. There are situations in today's society, as I always tell you, most healthy relationships will have partnerships. Because again, these women are making their own money. They're building up themselves too. So guess what? It's just the world has changed, right? And when a partnership is, let's come to a conclusion of, don't go to the dealership and just come home with a car one day. I'm your partner. Even if you're going to pay for it, your money is our money. And vice versa to the man. Don't just come home with a car and just be like, ta-da. That's not a good partner. That's a horrible partner. But again, if you're paying the bulk of the bills, then you can make certain decisions because you are doing the bulk and the workload that represents for you to make big decisions like that. It's just being fair. I don't see me being in a relationship with a woman and I'm covering 80% of the bills and I view her 100% as a partner. I'm not going to cap. And anybody that says otherwise, I think they're lying. I don't see that as reality. I can see that as a partner as far as parenting. I can see that as a partner because the responsibility is not equal. It's just not equal. So again, if a woman tells me your man pays 80% of the bills, he's handling everything, that man don't see you as no partner. And if he say he does, he's lying. He loves you, he cares about you, he wants you, he want to be with you. But if he had to leave with his stuff, he ain't splitting it with you. But if a man saw you paying 50% of the bills and you pay 50% of the bills, he is definitely willing to say, hey, you should, unless he's on some weirdo crap, if she paid 50% of the bills, he should be able to comfortably say, hey, no problem. You deserve 50% because you did pay 50% of these things.
I disagree, though. I think you have a lot of men out there that may be doing the bulk of things, but they still allow their women.
No, she enjoys the house and the resources of what he created.
And I don't think they use their money. I think a lot of men just feel like, okay, this is their job to provide, but they're not using that against her. And I don't really think that, I think that's definitely contradictory to things you've said before, because if now we're saying that submission has to do with who pays what and how much you pay, then I think that.
But how many times I said every man should do more than their woman? Have I said that numerous occasions? But I said in most cases, most healthy relationships today will be 50-50. Most men and women aren't in positions to take care of the bulk of all the bills. It's just the cost of living.
Right. So that's why I'm saying that should have nothing to do with how submissive you are. I don't think that I would, let me get out of me. I don't know if many women will say, you know what, they'll submit more just because he's paying more. And I don't think a lot of men will say, I don't respect her. I respect her less because I'm paying more. I think maybe a lot more women would submit more to a man who's paying more than a man to say, I don't look at her as my equal because I'm paying more. Because I think that men who are true providers, they look for women to fulfill other roles. They're okay with providing because they're not looking for her to go out and do that. So they respect her just as much. You have a lot of men. Go talk to my wife. Talk to my wife. The wife makes all the decision and they pay all the bills.
But she just might be responsible with those aspects. And it takes a true man to understand that he's just not good at those decisions. That's an ego thing when you lead with your ego, when you know your woman is good at something and you're just not utilizing her skill. If you're not utilizing the fact that your wife is better with money than you are, then you're a fool. If you're not utilizing the fact that your wife is better with doing homework with the children, and you're not utilizing that, then you're a fool. If you're not utilizing the fact that your wife is better at washing clothes than you, then you're a fool. That's an ignorant person. Because it's about who is better and more efficient at something. That's what makes a healthy relationship. Every relationship has different pros and cons. Like something you might be good, I might not be good at. So therefore, as a partner, I need you to do it. And it's not a male or a female thing. It's just I'm better at it. I know men who cook way better than their wives. Way better than their wives, not even close. I'm talking about his wife is like a level 5, he's like a level 12. So again, and now you're gonna say as a woman, she should, that's ego. You're better at cooking, just cook. And if you have more time, cook.